Pitrakaraka in the first house, Navamsha studies, role of Pitrakaraka in Vedic astrology. Welcome to the Consciousness channel. In this video, we explore the role of Pitrakaraka in the first house of the Navamsha, focusing on how the father's influence shapes different aspects of the native's life. Pitrakaraka, representing the father or paternal figures, governs areas such as creative intelligence, ancestral support, moral foundations, and love. When Pitrakaraka is placed in the first house of the Navamsha chart, it has a direct influence on the native's identity, self-expression, and approach to life. Hana 1. Father and paternal relationships. When Pitrakaraka is in the first house, the father plays a significant role in shaping the native's personality and sense of self. The influence of the father is prominent in the native's life, and the native may either closely resemble their father in terms of behavior, values, and outlook, or feel the weight of paternal expectations. The father's teachings, discipline, or nurturing are absorbed deeply by the native, forming the foundation of how they express themselves and interact with the world. The father is likely a strong role model, whether positively or negatively, and his influence permeates the native's personality. There may be a strong identification with paternal values, or a significant desire to uphold or rebel against the father's influence. 2. Creative intelligence and problem solving. With Pitrakaraka in the first house, the native's approach to creative intelligence and problem solving is deeply tied to the father's guidance. The native likely learned early on how to approach challenges, absorb knowledge, and creatively express themselves, reflecting the father's teachings. This placement indicates that the father encouraged the native to be independent in their thinking, with a focus on practical knowledge and innovative solutions. The native may be naturally confident in problem solving and decision-making, thanks to the father's influence. There is often a creative or intellectual drive shaped by paternal guidance, where the native feels motivated to excel in learning, arts, or other forms of expression. 3. Ancestral support and esoteric knowledge from past lives. With Pitrakaraka in the first house, the native carries strong ancestral support and karmic knowledge from past lives. The father's influence may serve as a direct channel for ancestral wisdom or karmic lessons. This placement suggests that the native is heavily influenced by the ancestral line and may carry forward lessons, protection, or unfinished business from paternal ancestors. The native might feel a deep sense of responsibility to uphold family traditions or carry forward the family's name or legacy. There is often a sense of ancestral duty, where the native feels guided by forces beyond just their father, tapping into a broader karmic influence. 4. Moral compass and ethical foundations. When Pitrakaraka is placed in the first house, the father's role in shaping the native's moral compass is profound. The father likely served as a teacher of right and wrong, establishing a strong ethical foundation early in the native's life. The native's approach to justice, fairness, and responsibility is deeply influenced by paternal teachings, and they may carry a strong sense of duty and moral clarity in life. The native is often seen as a principled person, driven by the values and ethics instilled by the father. This placement encourages the native to lead a life guided by responsibility, where they feel compelled to make morally sound decisions. Career and social standing. With Pitrakaraka in the first house, the father's influence on the native's career and social standing is significant. The native may feel driven to achieve success or recognition based on the father's guidance or expectations. The father's career, reputation, or social status may serve as a model for the native's ambitions. This placement suggests that the native is motivated to carve out their own path, but often with a deep respect for or inspiration from their father's legacy. The native may pursue a career that mirrors the father's or is influenced by the father's professional advice. This placement can also suggest that the native feels the pressure to maintain or exceed the family's social standing, driving them to strive for success. 6. Love, romance, and celebration. Pitrakaraka in the first house can also reflect the father's influence on the native's approach to love, romance, and celebration. The native may have learned from the father's example how to express love manage relationships, and embrace moments of joy. This placement can indicate that the father's teachings strongly influence how the native approaches romance and relationships, whether through guidance, expectations, or modeling behavior. The native may take a practical, disciplined approach to love, mirroring the father's attitude toward relationships. Celebratory moments may be treated with seriousness or a sense of purpose, often shaped by the father's outlook on family celebrations and love. In conclusion, Pitrakaraka in the first house of the Navamsha chart emphasizes a strong paternal influence in shaping the native's personality, creative abilities, ethical foundations, and approach to love. The father's presence is central to how the native navigates life, from solving problems to embracing celebrations. Stay tuned for more insights on how the placement of Pitrakaraka across different houses impacts various aspects of life. Pitrakaraka in the second house. Father and paternal relationships. With Pitrakaraka in the second house, the father's influence is deeply connected to family values, material security, and the management of wealth. The native may look to the father for guidance on how to handle financial matters, build a stable life, and uphold family traditions. The relationship between the native and the father is likely to revolve around financial responsibility and preserving family assets. The father may be seen as a provider or guardian of family wealth and values, emphasizing the importance of financial stability. The relationship can reflect how the father's approach to money and family values shapes the native's perspective on security and tradition. Nasha 2. Creative intelligence and problem solving. In the second house, Pitrakaraka influences how the native applies creative intelligence in practical matters, particularly in relation to wealth, resources, and speech. The father may have taught the native creative approaches to managing finances or practical problem-solving in daily life. This placement also indicates a focus on communication, as the second house governs speech, and the father's influence can shape the native's verbal expression and articulation. The native may use creativity to solve financial issues or manage material resources. The father's role may inspire the native to express themselves clearly and effectively, especially in family and financial matters. 3. Ancestral support and esoteric knowledge from past lives. With Pitrakaraka in the second house, the native carries strong ancestral support related to family wealth, traditions, and values. The native may inherit not only material resources, but also the karmic lessons and spiritual guidance from paternal ancestors regarding how to handle wealth and family responsibilities. This placement suggests that the father plays a key role in transmitting this ancestral knowledge to the native. The native may feel a deep responsibility to uphold the family's legacy, wealth, and traditions. There may be a strong karmic connection to managing resources or preserving the family name, influenced by ancestral wisdom passed through the father. 4. Moral compass and ethical foundations. When Pitrakaraka is placed in the second house, the father's role in shaping the native's moral compass is tied to family values and financial ethics. The father may emphasize the importance of managing wealth with integrity, upholding family traditions, and maintaining a strong sense of duty toward family and community. This placement reflects how the native adopts ethical standards based on the father's teachings around responsibility, wealth, and family honor. The native's moral outlook is shaped by the father's views on financial responsibility and the ethical handling of wealth. The father may instill strong family values, teaching the native the importance of maintaining integrity and honesty in family and financial matters. 5. Career and social standing. Pitrakaraka in the second house suggests that the father's influence on the native's career and social standing is tied to financial success and family reputation. The native may feel driven to achieve wealth or social recognition based on the father's expectations or guidance. The father may have played a role in helping the native establish financial independence or build a successful career, particularly in fields related to wealth management, communication, or family businesses. The native's career may involve managing finances, wealth, or upholding the family's social standing. The father's guidance may push the native toward careers that ensure financial stability and social respectability. 6. Love, romance, and celebration. In the second house, Pitrakaraka influences the native's approach to love, romance, and celebration through the lens of material security and family values. The father's influence may shape how the native expresses love, often through practical means like providing financial stability or material comfort in relationships. Celebrations may be centered around family traditions and shared values, with a focus on preserving family heritage. The native may approach romance with a focus on stability and long-term security, often valuing partners who share similar family or financial goals. Celebrations and joyful moments may be tied to family gatherings, material success, or the upholding of family traditions, reflecting the father's influence on how the native values these experiences. In conclusion, Pitrakaraka in the second house signifies a paternal influence centered on family values, wealth management, and the preservation of material security. The father plays a key role in shaping the native's approach to financial responsibility, communication, and love, deeply affecting how they navigate life through these lenses. Pitrakaraka in the third house. 1. Father and paternal relationships. With Pitrakaraka in the third house, the father's influence is closely tied to communication, courage, and the native's approach to siblings and daily interactions. The native may experience the father as a guide in developing communication skills, taking initiative, or fostering relationships with siblings. The father may emphasize the importance of being proactive and assertive, pushing the native to engage with the world confidently. The father is seen as someone who encourages the native to take initiative, express ideas clearly, and be assertive in daily life. The relationship with the father may be marked by conversations that foster personal growth and decision-making. 2. Creative intelligence and problem-solving. In the third house, Pitrakaraka enhances the native's creative intelligence in the realm of communication, writing, media, and social interactions. The father may have taught the native how to think quickly, solve problems in practical ways, and be adaptive in their interactions. The third house encourages an active mind, so the father may influence the native's ability to manage challenges using their intellect, quick thinking, and communicative skills. The native might have an agile and creative mind, often finding innovative solutions to everyday problems through communication or strategic thinking. The father may have a significant role in guiding the native's verbal or creative expression, perhaps encouraging skills in writing, speaking, or negotiating. 3. Ancestral support and esoteric knowledge from past lives. With Pitrakaraka in the third house, the native's ancestral support is connected to communication skills, courage, and self-expression. The father may serve as a link to ancestral guidance that helps the native navigate challenges using wit, adaptability, and connection building. The third house also suggests that the native might carry forward karmic lessons, tied to bravery, speech, or media inherited from their paternal lineage. There may be ancestral wisdom passed down through the father, particularly regarding how to interact with others, assert oneself, or express ideas effectively. The native could feel a responsibility to continue the family's tradition of communication or leadership in local or social affairs. 4. Moral compass and ethical foundations. Pitrakaraka in the third house reflects a father who shapes the native's moral compass by emphasizing courage, ethical communication, and the importance of standing up for one's beliefs. The father may encourage the native to assert their ideas with honesty and integrity, ensuring they are ethical in their dealings with others, especially in negotiations or relationships with siblings and peers. The native's sense of right and wrong may be tied to how they handle interpersonal communication and the courage to speak up when necessary. The father's teachings likely instill a sense of moral responsibility in how the native engages with others, particularly in maintaining honest communication. 5. Career and social standing. With Pitrakaraka in the third house, the father's influence on the native's career and social standing is connected to communication, media, writing, or other fields that require quick thinking and interaction with others. The native might be drawn to careers where effective communication, creativity, and social connections are vital. The father may guide the native towards professions that emphasize these skills or that involve strong relationships with siblings, peers, or local communities. The native may feel encouraged to pursue a career in writing, media, teaching, or any role that involves communication and interaction with others. The father's influence may push the native to be assertive in building networks or to work with siblings or local communities in professional settings. Hash 6. Love, romance, and celebration. In the third house, Pitrakaraka influences how the native experiences love, romance, and celebration through communication and shared activities. The father's teachings may affect the native's approach to romance, with an emphasis on building a strong foundation of communication and mutual understanding. Celebrations are likely centered around family activities, especially with siblings or local community events, where the native's social connections play a significant role. The native may prioritize relationships that are built on open communication and mutual interests, reflecting the father's influence. Celebrations in the native's life may involve social gatherings, community events, or sibling-related activities, with an emphasis on enjoying shared experiences through interaction and collaboration. In conclusion, Pitrakaraka in the third house highlights a paternal influence that encourages communication, courage, and problem-solving in daily life. The father plays a key role in shaping the native's ability to express ideas, navigate relationships with siblings, and take initiative in both personal and professional endeavors. The third house placement of Pitrakaraka fosters an active, communicative approach to life, rooted in the values and teachings imparted by the father. Pitrakaraka in the fourth house. 1. Father and paternal relationships. With Pitrakaraka in the fourth house, the father's influence is centered around the home, family environment, and the native's emotional foundation. The father plays a significant role in shaping the native's sense of security, emotional well-being, and connection to the family and home. This placement often suggests that the father had a strong presence in the native's upbringing, contributing to their emotional and domestic stability. The father may be seen as a protector or provider who ensures the stability and comfort of the home. The relationship with the father is likely rooted in family traditions, emotional support, and a focus on maintaining a secure home environment. Creative intelligence and problem-solving. In the fourth house, Pitrakaraka influences the native's creative intelligence in areas related to the home, family, and emotional matters. The father may guide the native in solving problems that affect the family's well-being or the physical home. The native may also be creative in how they manage domestic matters, finding innovative ways to maintain emotional harmony and provide comfort to loved ones. The father may have encouraged the native to think critically and creatively when handling family affairs. The native may be inclined to apply creativity to the design, organization, or overall management of the home environment. The father's influence can shape the native's ability to resolve family conflicts, creating a peaceful and harmonious atmosphere. 3. Ancestral support and esoteric knowledge from past lives. With Pitrakaraka in the fourth house, the native's connection to ancestral support and esoteric knowledge is rooted in the family's lineage, traditions, and home-based values. The father may act as a channel for passing down ancestral wisdom, focusing on maintaining family heritage and the spiritual or emotional lessons tied to the family's history. This placement suggests that the native carries forward ancestral responsibilities related to the home and the family's emotional well-being. The native may feel a deep sense of responsibility to uphold the family's traditions, protect the home, and carry on the spiritual or karmic lessons of their paternal ancestors. There may be a strong karmic connection between the father's role and the preservation of ancestral values within the home. 4. Moral compass and ethical foundations. Pitrakaraka in the fourth house indicates that the father plays a key role in shaping the native's moral compass through family values and domestic responsibilities. The father likely instills a strong sense of duty toward the family and home, teaching the native the importance of emotional support, caring for loved ones, and maintaining integrity within the family unit. The native's approach to morality is deeply tied to their connection to family and home life, where loyalty, security, and emotional care are central values. The native's ethical framework is likely built on family-oriented principles, focusing on emotional responsibility and maintaining harmony in the home. The father's teachings likely emphasize the importance of being reliable, supportive, and nurturing within the family structure. 5. Career and social standing. With Pitrakaraka in the fourth house, the father's influence on the native's career and social standing is tied to domestic life and family reputation. The native may be drawn to careers that involve real estate, home management, or nurturing professions like caregiving, psychology, or education. The father may encourage the native to pursue a path that enhances the family's status, focusing on creating stability and security through the home or family-related endeavors. The native may feel a strong desire to build a career that allows them to create a safe and supportive home environment or contribute to the well-being of others. The father's guidance may lead the native to prioritize work that ensures family stability, whether through real estate, home building, or any field related to emotional care. 6. Love, romance, and celebration. In the fourth house, Pitrakaraka influences the native's approach to love, romance, and celebration through the lens of emotional security and domestic comfort. The native may find love and romance deeply connected to home life, with the father's influence shaping how they express love within the family setting. Celebrations are often tied to family gatherings and intimate, home-based events, where the native feels most comfortable expressing joy in a secure and familiar environment. The native may seek romantic partners who value family, emotional connection, and the creation of a stable home life. Celebrations and moments of joy are often centered around the home, with the native valuing family traditions and emotional closeness in social gatherings. In conclusion, Pitrakaraka in the fourth house signifies a paternal influence focused on emotional security, family values, and the home environment. The father plays a key role in shaping the native's sense of stability, their creative approach to managing family matters, and their ethical foundation rooted in family care. This placement fosters a strong connection to the home, encouraging the native to build a life centered on family, emotional support, and domestic harmony.